Whew. All right. What's up, y'all? I went ahead and reset and went back to Chatterbait, plugged the battery pack up. And hopefully, what I'm about to do is I don't lose my freaking bait. But I'm going to come down here on this low end. And I know that there's a tree out here, and I'm going to try to fish around this tree. If I lose my bait, then I'm just going to be done for the day, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to lose it. Hopefully I don't. Hopefully I won't. And if I do, then it's okay. Hopefully everyone's having a good day so far. We caught 3 this morning on the first live I did, and then I reset. We'll just go through here. I'm not going to walk back around the dock. We'll just try to get through here. Hopefully, maybe, without breaking my neck. Or anything else for that matter. I guess I should have just walked up top. It don't matter. Okay, we made it without breaking my neck. That's always a good thing. Anyway, caught 3 this morning. And we're going to try to catch a couple more before I go home today. Appreciate y'all coming in. I said I hurried up. I didn't hurry up and reset. I reset and came back because the jig just wasn't working for me today because it's just so cloudy. I said, you know what? Jig's not working. So we will go back to the chatterbait and just troll the bottom and see what happens from there. Now, like I said, I caught 3 this morning early. One was 1 pound, 10 ounces. The second one was just under a pound, and the third one was only a few ounces. Thanks for the follows, appreciate it. But it didn't warm up the way that the weatherman said it was going to warm up. He said it was going to warm up and be nice out today. Hello from Kentucky. What's up? How you doing? I'm not too far from Kentucky. I'm only maybe an hour. Yeah. I'm an hour from Paducah, Kentucky. Working, wishing you was fishing. Yeah, that's how I was yesterday. I mean, I was working all day. I worked 12-hour shifts for the past 3 days, and I literally work in a building right next to this pond, so I could, every time I look out the window, I could see the pond and wish that I was out here fishing. So I've done that for the past 3 days, and I finally got out here today. Appreciate y'all coming in. Like I said, this morning I caught 3. I had to reset real quick because my battery was dying. I said, you know what, we'll just try it again. I was using a jig, a crawl colored jig, and I wasn't even getting a hit off of it. So I went back to the chatterbait just to cover more water. And I caught 3 this morning off of it, and I missed 2. So I said, why try to fix something if it's not broken? $13-hour shift, yeah. I hear you. In eastern side of Kentucky, yeah, I hear you, man. 13-hour shifts, 12-hour shifts, they suck. But, you know, I only have to do the 12-hour shifts every other weekend, and then the rest of the time it's 8-hour shifts. And that's because they try to save labor hours, I guess, over the weekend. I don't know. There's no reason really to have a second shift when you already have the morning people there. Appreciate the follow. But yeah, to have your morning weekend people already there, there's no reason really to switch out, I guess. So on the weekends, they do 12-hour shifts, and then Monday through Friday, we do 8-hour shifts. Which is kind of weird, but that's just the way it goes, I guess. I get the craziest messages that come across my phone. They're just spam messages wanting me to buy stuff. And all they're wanting me to do is buy baits and deals and stuff like that. And I never mess with them. Sometimes I will. Sometimes I'll look at it and be like, that's a pretty good bait. I think I need to buy that. And then I end up buying it and never use it. Yeah, that's true. As long as it pays the bills, it's all that matters. Whether it's 12 hours or 8 hours. That's the way I look at it too. We just moved into a new apartment. What's that noise? I heard somebody talking. We just moved ourselves, me and my wife and our daughter. We moved from a 2-bedroom apartment, or from a 3-bedroom apartment to a 2-bedroom apartment. So I'm trying to get out of my mouth. So every little extra bit helps. But yeah, I came out here. I've been out here since 9 o'clock this morning. Came out. First fish I caught was like 15 minutes after I got here. And then messed around, caught another one 30 minutes. And then toward the end of the first time, before I reset, I caught another one. So I said, I had to make the decision, either reset or just be done for the day. So, I'll reset, go back to jig, see if I can't catch a few more. And if I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. Just give me something to do and hang out for a little bit. I wish the sun would come out. I mean, it did warm up. The weatherman said it was going to warm up to the 50s. It did warm up, but the sun is just not. The sun's not cooperating today. If the sun would come out, it would really warm this water up a little bit, and fish will become more active. Even though that water is ice freaking cold. That water's in the 30s right now. I can, So they're not going to move around a whole lot. They're going to be sitting on bottom waiting on something to come by them. And eat. And that's how it's going to be until spring. That's what sucks. But it is what it is. All right. Not really. And the reason is because I didn't bring any with me. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't bring any with me. The last 2 spinner baits I had were junk. They didn't even work. And that's because there were those $2.50 Ozark Trail spinner baits. And I got them real quick because I was going to use them. And I took them to another pond, just to get a reel adjusted with it. And they wouldn't spin. I said, you know what, they're going in the trash, and I'm not messing with any more spinner baits this year. I started off using spinner baits 12 years ago and got burnt out on them, and now I remember why. Yeah, I caught a 6-pound bass last week. I caught a 6-pound, almost 7. It was 6 pounds, 7 ounces. I caught it on the jig that I was using earlier. But, with it being so cloudy and overcast, I just thought, no, I'll just go ahead and switch over. I mean, which may have been a mistake, I don't know. But, you know, I went ahead and switched back over to what I was using this morning. Yeah, I have to. My best fish is 7.5 pounds. I caught it last year on a KVD shallow diamond crankbait. It was a chartreuse color. And I actually caught it right over there on that point. So, but the only thing reason I haven't started crankbaits yet this year is because the grass is just so bad in here. This is nothing but a grassy bottom pond, and there's a grass line that runs along the edges of the pond, which you can't really see it now. It just kind of died off, but all you're going to be doing with treble hooks is just pulling in the grass after grass. 30, 40, 50 pounds of freaking grass every time you, at least it'll feel like it, every time you retrieve your line. Yeah, I believe it. I done it. That's what I done last week. We had 24. It was down in the teens actually, 14, 15. A couple days last week. See, there's some bait fish right there. You can't even see it, but there's some bait fish. Down in the teens last week, and the water cooled off quite a bit. And I came out that day and I caught 2 or 3 bass when it was 23 degrees outside. And then I kind of slowed down after that. Went to a chatterbait after it hit 23 degrees outside because the water dropped down probably into the 30s. And still see a lot of freaking turtles though. I mean a lot of turtles. What's that? That's grass line. I say, man, I know that's not a, I mean it could have been. It could have very easily been. But yeah, there's a grass line around the bank. But yeah, and I had that profile video. I'll slow down and say that again. I had that video of that 6-pound bass that's on my profile. I made sure to put it on there so that everyone that did not get to see me catch it would be able to see it, you know, at least a video. Because I have one guy that comes in that says, well, if you don't have proof you caught it, there's no, like, are you serious? Go look on my profile page, you'll find it. There's a 6-pound bass on there, I guarantee it. And it's funny, and the dude never came back. But either he went and looked at the video, or he said, screw it, I'm not looking at the video. I don't know, it don't matter. Regardless, I've caught some nice sized bass out of here. I've caught 5, 6, 7.5. I'd like to catch an 8-pound bass out of here this year. I know they're in here. The question is am I going to catch one? And that would be the question. Well, 8-pound, man, if I hooked an 8-pound bass today, you gotta be kidding me. You'd probably see a 45-year-old man jump up and down for joy, because it'd be my personal best, because my personal best right now is 7.5. So anything over 7.5, you're probably going to see me jumping up, see the camera jumping up and down, thinking some kind of earthquake or something happening. I ain't gonna lie. But 6.5, well actually it was 6, 7. I gotta walk up this hill again. I walked up it once already and switched over to a jig and then switched back over to the chatterbait, because jig just, you know, with the overcast like this wasn't doing me any good. I didn't think, I may have been wrong, I don't know, but I just didn't think it done any good. It needs to have some sunlight sometime. Trying to get back down here without breaking my ankle. There we go. But no, I work in that building right there, in that brown building. So I get to look at this pond every day. and kind of determine if I'm going to fish it or not on my days off. And I come out here every day that I'm off work. I'm out here fishing, primarily bass fishing. You know, I'll do some bluegill fishing every now and then, but not anything like I used to. But yeah, I do a lot of bass fishing, that's for sure. Hopefully everyone's having a good day. I don't know how long we'll be on this live today either. I did a reset and decided that I better just go ahead and go live. I was going to be live from 9 to 11 and be done, but I figured I'd go till at least noon and then be done, because I don't have anything to do today when I get home. The guy over there, he's going to be fishing before long. Over there in that white van. At least I think he is. It looks like he's getting ready to start fishing. I may know him, I'm not sure. So how's everybody's day going? Everybody having a good day? Whether it's at work or school, at home, fishing. Anybody fishing today other than me? I've seen a lot of people fishing today on here. But I didn't really see anybody catch anything. Not like, you know, I would think they would be. But, you know, fall is here, winter's coming. Fish here spawned out already, hit bottom, and they're all just hanging out. Well, at least most of the fish now, you know, they're done for the year, other than feeding when they have to. And I'm just watching the water, looking at it, seeing if there's any bait fish coming up to the surface along the edges here, because that's what I seen a minute ago. And was just looking to see if I could see any more. Probably not. And this water is really clear. Well, if the sun was shining a little bit better. Sun's not going to come out today like I thought it was going to. It's not going to happen. So I might as well just give up on that. But this water is really, really clear for this time of year. Appreciate y'all coming in. We're just trying to catch bass number 4 for today. And see what happens. I'd like for it to be a nice sized bass, but that doesn't mean it's always going to happen that way. We're going to skip that part up there. We've done fished that once this morning. Probably not going to do any good. We're going to go back over on this side. This is the deeper side of the pond. There's a drop off. Okay, there's some bait fish along that ground, along that shore right there. But no, there's some bait fish that just swam off the bank. I seen the little bitty things moving. And we're just hanging out, see if we can catch anything. Fish number 4 would be good for today. Like I was trying to say earlier, I would like for the sun to come out for just a little bit, you know, just about an hour. Warm this water up some, cause those fish to maybe be somewhat active. And then that's grass. And then maybe we'd catch a couple of them. I'm using the brown and white chatterbait today. I need to get some different colors. That's what I need to do. Appreciate y'all coming in, hanging out. I've caught 3 this morning and missed 2. First one was 1 pound and 10 ounces. The second one was 0.6, and then the third one was not even 3 ounces. So I was like, man, that's insane. And then of course last week, the one that was 6 pounds and 7 ounces, that one was a good one. It was fun to catch that one on the jig. And I was talking on a live stream, actually is what I was doing. And I was letting the jig just sit there. And what happened is that fish came up and snatched that jig. I felt the thump. And I just thought it was a small one. I set the hook. The pole bent down and the fight was on. I said, man, here we go. And that video is on my profile page, actually. Also, if anybody wants to see that fish, that video is on my profile page. Appreciate the likes, the comments, all that good stuff. Thanks for the follow. But yeah, this 6 pound bass, man, you know, I caught it on a crawl jig. I'll spit out right here in a minute. A crawl colored jig last week. Just letting it sit there. And I felt it thump. I thought it was a small one. Thought, yeah, maybe 1-2 pounds somewhere in there. And turned out this sucker was 6 pounds. I was like, wow. That's insane. And the only reason it was insane is because I'd already fished for 5.5 hours and not even had a bite. I'm like, man, I'm not even going to catch a fish today. And that, you know, I told everybody, I just need 1 fish. That's all I need. If I catch 1 fish, then I'll go home. I wasn't expecting it to be that. That was insane. I fought it for a little bit. My drag kind of isn't set exactly right on the new reel that I was using. So I had to keep pushing the button to give some slack so I wouldn't break my line. Appreciate the follow. And then I'm using a 10 pound big game tri line right now, so it wouldn't have broke my line unless it would have nosed down and like tried to go down real hard. Then it might have broke my line. But as you know, other than that, the fish wasn't breaking that line. I've tried to break that line and not been able to do it. But it's happened. See what happened with fish number 4. What time is it? Okay, I just have to keep paying attention to the time now because I should have just went ahead and ran the first live stream and ended it at an hour. But I said, no, you know, I'll go ahead and reset and run one for an hour, and then I got to go home, and I don't think I have anything to do today. I think it's all tomorrow. $12 pound, yeah, I've got 10. 10 pound big game on this one, and on my Lew's Classic Speed Rule, I have a 10 pound big game tri line on it too. The Black Albert Garcia Black Max reel, I have just a regular 10 pound line on it. That's all I've got on it, which I'm going to end up switching it. You know, downtime this winter when the ice is on the water, I'll end up switching that line to big game tri line, which would be 10 pound also. So everything will be 10 to 12. I mean, you know, depending on what I actually decide. Right now I've got 10 on there, which gets me out of the weeds, because there's usually a weed line that runs right through here. Yeah, I've caught 3 today. Now on this live stream I haven't caught anything, but on the one that I just finished before, because I had to reset, So whenever I reset, I haven't caught anything. But on the first one I did, I caught 3, which those videos will be on my profile page sometime tomorrow. But yeah, I'm probably going to switch all of mine to big game tri line also. That's grass. There's a grass line. I don't know if you can see it or not. There's a grass line that runs across this bank all the way around, and it's right in there. It has died off, and that's what usually the fish have been hiding in all summer long. But now that the grass has died off, they've moved out of it. To some extent. They're still in there, but they're just not in there as much. But yeah. The first one was 1 pound 10 ounces. The second one was, I want to say, 0.6. And then the third one, it didn't even weigh 3 ounces. And I said, made a decision of whether I was going to go home or if I was going to reset. And I said, you know what, I'll reset and fish for another hour and then go home. So that's what I did, and that's what we're doing. And I need to invest, and I know I need to invest in some spinner baits, and I already know that. But, you know, like I said, the 2 that I got a few weeks ago, and what I'm doing, I'm going to just have to break down and go to the Academy and buy some from there, because the ones from Walmart, unless you can find some that are really good, like the dollar, and I'm not going to lie, the dollar spinner baits from there, you know, they're good, they work, compared to the to the Ozark Trail spinner baits, the 4th ounce, and they didn't work for crap. The spinner wouldn't spin. I was getting hung up on the arm. I was like, you know what? I ain't got time for that mess when I'm out here trying to do this. So they both went in the trash. And I probably will not ever buy another Ozark Trail 4th ounce spinnerbait ever again. You know, and that's just a fact, because they messed up on me so bad that it wasn't even funny. I said, you know what, I don't have time for that when I'm out here. You know, I want my stuff to work, and if it's not working, then I'm not going to use it. So yeah, I need to invest in some spinners, and you know, and a lot of them, to tell you the truth. I have a lot of crankbaits. I have a lot of soft plastics, and I also have a lot of chatterbaits. But as far as spinnerbaits go, when I started bass fishing 12 years ago, you know, that's what all I threw was a spinnerbait. You know, that's all I knew how to do. Is starting off, you know, by myself and without a mentor or teacher or anything like that. You know, just I started doing it on my own, and that was just the easiest thing to do, was a spinnerbait or a crankbait. And I stuck with the spinnerbait for years and caught fish off of it, and I just burnt myself out. Yeah, I need to get some whopper ploppers too. They're $10 here, which isn't too bad. Well, I mean, it is. I mean, for a bait, it's kind of expensive. But I mean, I've bought some that are more expensive than that. So yeah, I need to get all 3. I need to get a black, I need to get a silver, and I need to get a white. So that's like $30. You know, and I always try to buy 2. And the reason I buy 2 is because if you lose one, you ain't got one. So I buy 2 and then I use one as a backup. Like right now, I have all the crankbaits in the world that I need, but the one that I want, I don't have. Not much, man. How's it going? Appreciate you coming in. You know, I've caught a few fish today. Whew. A few small ones. I say small, but I'd eat them. I ain't gonna lie, they're not small. I mean, a fish is a fish to me. I'm gonna have to get off that saying small thing, but oh, I need to get another chartreuse shallow diving crankbait from Walmart. They're like they're like $6. I need to get one for this year because, like I said, I have all kinds of crankbaits, but that's my favorite one to use. Is that one? I catch a lot of fish off that color. Yeah, that's the ones I get. There's literally a trash can. Somebody threw their trash can out there. It's right there to my rod's at. Somebody's trash can. Why would you throw your trash can out there? I mean, yeah, it makes sense to a point. It gives a catfish a good hole to lay in, or a good bass a hole to lay in, but I'm pretty sure that they know how to make them. I know that when Christmas is over, we bring a lot of Christmas trees out here, and we'll take them and we'll throw them in the water. But as far as a trash can, I've never thrown a trash can out here. I guess it's all right. I don't know. But yeah, it looks like a small chatterbait's not chattering. It looks like a small 5-gallon trash can. But you know, it is what it is. Nothing I can do about that. It's way out in the water. I ain't going to get it. Appreciate the likes, appreciate the follows, appreciate the comments. Appreciate y'all coming in, hanging out. Yeah, the first live I've done this morning was over 2 hours, and I reset because I had plugged my battery charger up and all that stuff. And I said, I just told everybody I was going to reset and come back for an hour, and then go home and do absolutely nothing today. And tomorrow I've got a bunch of stuff I got to get done. So I don't think I'll be able to go fishing tomorrow. If my wife says I can go fishing tomorrow, then I can go fishing tomorrow. But if I can't, then I can't. We're doing Thanksgiving at the house tomorrow because we both worked on Thanksgiving. So we're doing it, the turkey and the dressing and all that stuff tomorrow. I am in southern Illinois, 8 hours south of Chicago. I'm at a work pond. At a work pond. Like, I don't know, 40, 30, depending on how fast you drive, 45 to 30 minutes from Cape Girardeau, Missouri. I have some. And you know what? When I get home, I'm going to have to get them out. Now that you said that, actually, I have a bunch of them. And one day I'll get all my stuff out. I tried to do that one time at night, but it didn't work very well because I was tired. And I came on live just kind of wind down to be able to sleep because I had a long day at work, and my wife works midnight, so there wasn't nobody there. So I said I'll go live for a little bit, just kind of wind down, hang out, and I'll have to do that sometime. Man, I've caught three and missed 2. I came off the chatterbait for like 15 minutes and went to the jig, and I just didn't feel like the jig was going to work. So I went back to the chatterbait, and this is my second trip on this bank. But yep, appreciate you coming back in. I still on the brown chatterbait. I can't wait for spring to get here, and winter ain't even officially hit yet. I'm ready for warmer weather, water to warm up, and the fish to start spawning and start biting again. We just came out of post spawn like 2 weeks ago. Everything spawned, everything pre-spawn, spawn, post-spawn ended 2 weeks ago. So I'm trying to spit out. Yeah, they do here too. I just haven't pulled them out because before long for this year, my fishing season will be over. Because it's going to drop down cold. When I mean cold, I mean down to 8, 9, 6 with the wind chill factor, and on them days I stay in the house. Yeah, I got cold quick. It did. Last week it was in the teens with the wind chill factor, 14. And I was out here fishing one day. Wind chill, it was 23 degrees out here. And, there's a fish. Oh, he got off. Did y'all see that? Hopefully y'all seen that. If not, well, sorry. I tried. That would have been fish number 4. There's a turtle, though. I don't know if you can see the turtle or not. Okay, you saw it? Okay, good. At least you got to see it. Yeah, that would have been fish number 4 for today. That kind of... I need to put a... Maybe put a stinger somehow on that swim bait, because that's what got that one. He just barely nipped at that... the tail of that swim bait and got the hook. See, yeah, I don't trout fish. I don't even know where to go to catch any trout at, to tell you the truth. Nowhere around me. Man, this sucked. That would have been fish number 4, maybe. I had that happen earlier, and the fish literally came back the next cast and bit it again. But that fish ain't going to do it. That fish got a hold of that. And he felt that hook and he said, nope, not today. Can I swim in this pond? No. No, you cannot swim in this pond. They wouldn't even consider letting anybody swim in here. Yeah, I wish they would have never took the paddle boat out. If they would have kept the paddle boat in here, that's what I'd be in right now. But they took the paddle boat out literally years ago. I don't know for insurance reasons or what. And of course, I'm not going to ask because it's none of my business. But if I were to get a small John boat, just a small boat, like 4-foot boat or something, and ask them to put it in here, they would probably let me. I have fished this pond for 8 years. And they would let me do it, I think. Now, I say I think, because I could be completely wrong, too. That was grass. Yeah, I want it to grow. Man, I want that fish to grow to be 7 to 8 pounds. Anything over 3 pounds I'm putting back. Actually, anything over 2 pounds I put back. Anything 2 pounds and under, I'm going to keep and take home and eat it. The name of this pole is just a Shakespeare Excursion. This is one of the cheaper rods I have that I got from Walmart. This is a Shakespeare Excursion. It's a, I want to say 7 foot. Yep, 7 foot medium heavy. This is one of my cheaper rods. I don't get my expensive rods out this time of year. My expensive rods are, I have a Black Max, Alba Garcia Black Max combo, and then I have a Lew's Classic Speed Rule spool combo, and then also Lew's Orange Crush combo. I don't really fish with them that much this time of year. I use the cheap stuff. Ain't nothing wrong with the cheap stuff. It works. Sometimes. It only works when a fish let it work, though. Because you can buy a fishing rod for $100, but if the fish ain't biting, it's just another fishing rod. And that's the truth. I mean, if the fish ain't biting, it ain't gonna matter. So yeah, that's just one of my cheap combos that I put together. What do I use for bait? Well, right now today I'm using a chatterbait, a brown and white. Appreciate the follow, Ironhead. I can see the chat a little bit better when I have my battery pack on, because the phone has to be tilted up. I'll show you what I'm using. So I'm using a 1/4 ounce chatterbait, as soon as I can get hold of it. 1/4 ounce chatterbait with a white ice swim bait on it. That's a junior white ice, actually. And I have it flipped to where that tail will make more vibration or more action in the water. I mean, it may not work today. It's worked so far. I've caught 3 fish off of it and missed 3 now. So my score is 3-3 if I was keeping track. Caught 4, missed 3. Yeah, see, I need to get a heavy, and the reason I need to get it is I want it for a jig rod, because my medium heavy, I mean, it works. Don't get me wrong, caught a 6-pound bass off of it last week, but I want something that's just a little bit more stiff. I don't want to give the tip as much action. What the hell am I doing? Talking about jigging, I start jigging that freaking chatterbait. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming in. But yeah, they're getting ready to fish over there, I think, too. They're going to fish the small pond. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, I need to find a 7-foot heavy. All of mine are medium heavy. Either 6, 9, or 7 foot. Or 7.2, I think. Get a lighter one than it. It's a lot heavier than any other rods. Okay. Yeah, I need to get a heavy. That'd be my jigging rod. Because of course I have all rods just like everybody else. Rod and reel combos that we all use for certain things. Like this one, of course, is a chatterbait. The jig rod is in the car. For right now, till I get a heavy rod. It's a medium heavy also. And then the Black Max combo, that's my worming rod. I'll use that only to fish and worm with. Texas rig, I'll do that all spring and summer. My crankbait rod, it's kind of up in the air on which one I want that to be yet. I need to get a new one. I have a reel just sitting around the house that I need to pair to a rod. And I haven't made up my mind which type of rod I want to use yet. But my crankbait reel and combo is right now is my Lew's Orange Crush combo. So that's what I've got paired up to that right now. The clouds may break. No, they're not going to break. I thought maybe they would. And then, well, and if you can't tell, this water right here, it's a straight drop off. This is water. This is all underwater. That's how clear the water is. Straight drop off right after that. And this pond's freaking deep. I'll tell you that. They've recorded this pond at 42 foot deep. And it comes out like this and down. Been cloudy there all day? Yeah, it has here too. And, you know, the weatherman said it was going to be partly cloudy and 56. It's been cloudy and 45 ever since I've been out here this morning at 9 o'clock. Let's see if you can see my bait. Yeah, see. Oh, wait a minute. I'll show you how clear that water is. Playing around a minute. Let's see it. See if I can move it. Where's my bait at down there? Yeah, see my bait moving in that water? See how clear that water is. So, thanks for the follows. This water gets really dingy in the summer, though, once that grass comes up. Because there's some big catfish in here, too. Yeah, you can see it. Yeah. And that's how clear that water is. And that water is, right now, really clean. It's not that way all year round. This water gets kind of dingy color in the summer because it gets so hot. But it's insane how clear this water is right now. Do I use a frog for fishing? Yeah, but not this time of year, I don't. Usually I'll hear a frog, or usually I'll use a frog when I hear frogs outside. I mean, when I can hear frogs and crickets and stuff outside, like right now, you can't hear any. But that time of year in the summer, spring and summer, where you do, that's when I'm using those types of bait. Yeah, it does. The colder water has something to do with clarity. Once it cools off and that grass and stuff dies, then it clears up. Well, the grass gives it more oxygen too as it dies out. But yep, it just all depends on what time of year. If it's at the time of year where you got a lot of bluegill spawning up, I'm gonna throw a bluegill if I can get one. They're kind of hard to find right now too. I think the one I have, I ordered from somebody, and it looks automatically just like a freaking bluegill. It's a jointed bait, and it's almost too pretty to throw, if you want to put it that way. What lure is the best to use when it's cold? The reel. I mean, you can use an open face if you want. I'm going to use a bait caster 95% of the time. I used to use only open face. 2 years ago, someone I was talking to, I think on Facebook, said, get you a bait caster and learn how to use it, and you'll never go back to an open face reel again. Yeah, that's kind of right, because after that, I don't buy open face reels anymore. Yeah, most of the water is right now. It's just the way it is. It's how cold it is. You know, those plants die off, release more oxygen and stuff into the water, and it just cleans the water up really good, because This water will be dingy again this summer. Around June, that's when you start throwing your worms. See, I don't, the only time, even for that, I'm using a bait caster. Like I said, I don't use any open face reels other than for catfish now. I'll use open face, but other than that, on every one of my rods, except for bluegill rods, you're going to find a bait caster. Thanks for the share, appreciate it. Artificial bait, yeah, that's what I'm using. There's a turtle. Right there, freaking turtle. See, it's warm enough for the turtles to come up, but it's not warm enough for the freaking fish to bite. That's what always gets me. You know, but like I said, the bass have already spawned out for the year, and I'm pretty sure they've moved down deep again. What's up, Waco? What about for trout? I have no idea about for trout, so maybe somebody in the chat can help you with that one. All right, you have you a good lunch. Have a good day. I don't know anything about trout, so I couldn't help you for that one. There may be someone in here that can. You know, and the only reason I can't is because I've never fished trout, so I have no idea. Thanks for the follow, appreciate it. I'm getting hungry myself. I don't know what I'm going to have for lunch. Maybe a taco. Maybe a taco, I don't know yet. But see, I've gotten down to that deeper water, and the fish have already moved back down deep for the day, and they'll come back up to the shallow to feed tonight, I think. But at this pond, of course, like every other place, for a certain amount of time during the day, they'll just turn off to where you don't even get a bite. Not a nibble, not a even glimpse at a fish. And I'm going to show you something too. Wait a minute. If I'll be able to. See, there's a grass line right there. Corn for trout. Okay. So that grass line is running all the way to the bottom and runs through here and all the way. You can actually see it now under the water and all the way through here. So that's what I fish in the summer. I'll fish those grass lines with the worm. Just drop the worm on the other side, or actually on the side that I'm standing now, and drop that worm into the grass, and you're going to catch those fish out of there. You better have a strong test line, but a stiff rod, but you can do it. Okay, corn for trout. There's a fish. See? And that's a nice one. Finally. Well, it's not too nice. He was tied up in the grass, but it's a fish. We'll take it. Fish number 4 for today. Had me worried we wasn't going to catch nothing else today. And then there's fish number 4. There you go. We'll get a weight. We'll put him back. He still looks kind of golden. Still has that golden color to him. That's a smaller one. But, you know what? A fish is a fish. I'm going to get my scales zeroed out here. No, I'm not keeping any right now. In the spring, after they spawn out in the spring, I will. And there are 2 reasons. Number 1, I want them to, they're still probably got the little bit of a fishy taste to them because the water gets so hot in the summer. And 2, I just moved to a new apartment and I'm not really sure where I can clean my fish at yet. Let's see, is he even going to hit a pound? Nope. 0.8. And that one was, like I was talking about earlier, in the grass. And that's where I caught that one at. He was in the grass right there next to me. So that's number 4 for today. We'll like in the grass patches right here. That's where they're hiding at. They're hiding down in there, and there's a grass patch right in there. And they're just driving in there. See if we can, one more good look, and then there you go. Thanks for the follows, y'all. Thank y'all. Appreciate it. But I ain't doing nothing but catching a fish. Y'all are the ones that make the chat work, make the live stream. All I do is come up here and put a bait in the water. And that's a good thing about interactive chat. You know, the chat's what interactive live. The chat's what makes the live work. I mean, I can be up here doing this all day long, and people watching me. But if you're just watching, that just makes me a little TV screen. Which, I mean, I don't mind you watching. That's fine. You can watch if you want. I'm still going to catch fish. No, I'm not top fishing today. No top water today. No top water, no frogs. We're throwing the chatterbait. Brown and white. Brown chatterbait with a white trailer. That's fish number 4 for today. I think I just missed fish number 5. I felt it thump. I did. So I've missed 3, caught 4. And that, you know, that one was right in the grass line, like I was talking about too. You would think they'd be out roaming a little bit more since it's not as sunny out and the sun's not shining down on them. That they'd be out running around feeding just a little bit more than what they are, but it is kind of winter time. Actually, I think I've missed 4. I can't remember now. I've missed 3 or 4. And then I've caught 4, so not bad. The beavers chewed down almost every freaking tree over there now. But yeah, I do some topwater fishing in the early spring when they're spawning and they're, you know, all that good stuff. But, you know, this time of year, throwing in topwater is going to be a waste of my time, really. Those fish are down, because the water is so cold, those fish are back down deep. I'd like to cook. I keep saying I'd like to. Listen, once you hook a 6-pound bass, you want to hook another one. I mean, for those of you that fish, and most of us probably do, you know, you want to hook another one, or you want to hook one bigger than the one you hooked before. And that's how it becomes addicting. I'm just going to tell you like that right now. I've done this for 12 years. My personal best bass is 7.5 pounds. I also have a picture of that on my profile page. I'm standing in front of a metal building with the fall scenery behind it. That bass went from shoulder to shoulder. That's with my elbows bent. I'm not a little person, and that's insane. 7.5 pounds was, you know, that's my personal best. And then catching the one that was almost 7 pounds last week, you know, they're fun to catch. There's bluegill. Somebody told me that there were crappie in this pond, but I have not ever fished for them. There's bluegill and catfish in here too. There's actually big catfish in here. And in the late summer, or actually early summer, usually the first week of June, you can come in here when the the bluegill are spawning real good. Come in and catch about 160 bluegill in 2 days. And that's 80 a day, because there's no limit on a pond. Either that or, whatever. I've done it. 40 one day, 40 the next, come back, 40 the next day, catch 160 in 4 days. I've done it. And take them home, fillet them, and you've got enough fish to last you all year. Or at least for a good while. And yeah, I don't fish for catfish out of this pond. There's some big catfish in here though. I've seen them usually in the late summer when they start spawning. I'll see the catfish come up and start rolling at the top of the water. They'll come up, they'll roll, and they'll go back down. But catching a catfish here, I mean, people do. There's one guy that used to work for us. He'd come out and catch catfish. Me, I just didn't do it. And the reason is because a lot of the fish we catch, we eat in the spring and summer, like bass and bluegill. We eat bass, we eat bluegill. But catfish, my wife will not eat catfish. She says it's too fishy. I guess it's the vein, I don't know. The mud vein that a catfish has. I don't remember if a regular catfish has a mud vein or not. I haven't seen one in a while. Anyway, they eat a lot of stuff off the bottom. That's the main thing. And she will not eat a catfish for anything. Now I can lie to her and tell her it's not a catfish. She might eat it then, but if she ever found out the truth, I might get in trouble. But yeah, she don't eat them, so I don't fish for them. And if I'm going to fish for catfish, then I might as well keep them. And this water is kind of muddy. This water is not as clear as it usually is. I just seen that on this end. This is the deeper side. And this water looks kind of dingy. Well, on the other side, it's not as bad. But yeah, we've caught fish number 4 times. We're going to try to catch fish number 5 by 1 o'clock. If not, then, well, we tried. But yeah, I kind of figured that jig was not going to work for me today. Not the way I wanted it to. So I said, you know what? We'll just switch back to the chatterbait and fish it from there. These used to all be pretty trees. These are all trees, or used to be. The resident beaver done chewed them all down. Chewed those trees down last year, actually. And they're not ever going to go back. They may grow back one day, but it's going to be a while. So yeah, there's some bass that hide up in these tree stumps right here. Even though there's no trees, there's bass in there too. So don't think I won't go in there and try to catch one. I'll at least cast once in there. And what I mean is the beaver's done working on these trees over here too. But fish number 4 for today is in the bag. We're working on fish number 5. Appreciate y'all coming in. Appreciate the follows, the likes, the gifts, all the awesome stuff that y'all do. Appreciate the comments. Working on fish number 5. Oh, it scared me to death. We would have had it right there too. That fish popped it right on top of the grass. I'm going to try it again. I was just slow rolling. Maybe it'll bite it again. There's a bass hiding in that. There's a bass hiding in that grass right there. Right there. Let's see if we can get the bite. It tried to bite a minute ago, and I missed it. Nope, it didn't want it that time. I didn't put it in the same spot. I ran across a weed line, and I felt it, and then I heard it. I was like, well, crap, I missed it. So that would have been fish number 5, but that would have probably been a smaller one. We'll try one more time, just craps and giggles, I guess. Nope, he must have felt the hook. He said, not today. Not today. Alright, battery pack's falling. So I'm trying to decide if I want to keep walking this way or if I want to start walking back the other way. I haven't made up my mind yet. Water finally calmed down. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate the likes. Appreciate the share. So. But yeah. We're trying to catch fish number 5 for today. We've caught 4. Missed, I want to say 3. I heard a fish. Where did I hear him at? Down here. Alright. Just gotten a little, there's some buzzards flying over me. There must be something dead over here somewhere. I just now looked up and seen them over there flying above me. I'll come out of that grass now. Did not want to get down in that grass, that's for sure. Thanks for the follows, appreciate it. We're going to be doing a lot of fishing this spring and this summer. Last summer it just got so hot, man, I had to stop because I have, I'm 45 years old and I have a lot of health issues. And I was catching a lot of fish before it got like 110, 115 degrees outside with the heat index. And I just couldn't do it. I had to stay inside for a couple months. And as soon as it dropped down, cooler, I was out here fishing again. And I've been fishing for a few months. Well, since the weekend before Labor Day, I came back out and started fishing. And I've caught 90 fish since the first weekend or the weekend before Labor Day. And that's coming out only 1 to maybe 2 days a week. I don't get to come out every day like I'd like to. For 1 to 2 days a week, and that's it. And I literally I work in that building right there. You'll see it once I work in that building, and I watch this pond all year round. I watch to see when it changes, when the water changes, and and you're able to do that when you work 5 foot from it. So yeah, I learned this pond. I've learned this pond over the 8 years that I've fished it. I've tried to learn it as best as I possibly can. Like we're getting ready to get up on a sandbar here in a minute that's underwater, and it runs all the way along this bank. I don't know if I'll be able to fish it with the chatterbait or not, but we're going to look and see. Man, this water's really dropped too. Hopefully the winter, the water, the rain, the snow, ice and all that stuff will bring this pond back up a little bit. As far as water level goes, it's really low. Extremely low, actually. That's not good. We've had a rough summer as far as rain goes. I'm going to walk down here to the beginning of this sandbar and cast out a few times. But we haven't had any rain really except June. We had some drizzles this morning and a bad storm the day before yesterday. But other than that, that's the first rain we've had since June, which is insane, to tell you the truth. You see how much I'll fish here. I have a path. I have a path beat down. Let's have a back cast. But yeah, there may be a fish lying up in this grass somewhere. maybe and maybe not. I'm not quite sure. May not be able to fish this side. This side still has a pretty good grass line. As you can see, grass line right in here. Yeah, this side still has a pretty good grass line that I have to go through. Which, yeah. If there's a fish that's going to be right in that grass too. That's the thing. Nope. Okay. We're going to cast out and then go back the way we came. I just wanted to look at it, really. See how it looked. But once again, appreciate the follows, appreciate the likes, appreciate the comments, appreciate the gifts, appreciate everything y'all do. Y'all are awesome. Appreciate y'all coming here and listening to me ramble on as I try to catch fish, which we caught 4 today. So, it's been a good day. We're going to walk back down the other way. There's just too much grass further down. Further down you go, the grassier it gets. And for this bait, that's just not going to work. But I watch. It probably won't even rain tomorrow. Even though the weatherman said it's going to rain. He said it was going to warm up today, which, it did a little bit, but nothing like I thought it was going to. Nothing like he said it was going to either. He said 56 degrees and partly sunny. Well, it's probably about around 50 degrees and there's not a break in the clouds in sight. So that's the way it goes, though. Okay. I'm gonna come over on this side, fish this grass line. But yeah, this is no small pond by any means. It takes me 6 hours to fish this pond. If I were to fish it completely, and do a really, really, really good fish, fish it really hard. It takes exactly 6.5 hours to fish this pond. That is starting over at the dock, which is over there, and ending at the dock. Appreciate the follow. So yeah, 6.5 hours, and that's stopping to take a drink sometimes and here and there. I've done it in the summer. Haven't really done it yet here in the winter. I won't today either. I need to get a weed eater and then go ask for permission to cut them weeds down. I don't want to cut their weeds down until they give me permission. I might get in trouble. You never know. Not a whole lot, man. I've caught 4 fish today and I've missed 3. Just hanging out right now, rambling on as I try to catch fish number 5 before I go home and do nothing. Hopefully you're having a good day. And all that awesome stuff on a Monday. I'm glad I'm off work today. 3 days that I worked Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this week were 12-hour shifts, and man, they were rough. Well, Friday and Sunday weren't, but Monday was kind of rough. Saturday was kind of rough. Only because we had issues. I take care of people that have disabilities, mental and physical. And well, Saturday was a rough day. It's almost 1 o'clock. We've been out here since 9. Surprised my wife ain't called and said, "Where you at?" She knows where I am, but she always likes to call and say, "You're still fishing?" Be like, "Yep." The bait didn't work right. I thought it felt different. But yeah, I need to invest in some new chatterbaits and some new spinner baits. Whew. And my fingers are starting to get cold again. That means it dropped down cold again. Okay. But, yep. You know, today I don't think I have. I say that I'm not doing anything now, but you never know. My wife may have stuff for me to do. Alright, let's just go ahead and move on back down. I'll look at this bait too, because for some reason it's not swimming right. And I shouldn't be having problems with it at all. I said grass is still kind of brown, and from not getting any rain. But if it did rain, it drizzled. I mean, it wasn't really a rain, it drizzled here today. Stormed night before last. That was the first really hard storm that we had since June, or maybe a little sooner than that. Maybe not June, July, I can't remember. But I know it has not rained a whole lot. Has not rained a whole lot since the spring, I guess. I just wanted to swim that through there. I'll probably do it one more time. At a different angle. Hello from South Africa. How you doing? See you down there. Appreciate you coming in. Hopefully you're having a good day. I am for the most part myself. I'm just out here fishing. Trying to catch at least one more bass before I end up going home today. That's not working. There we go. Still not working. Bait's not working. I don't fit. Okay, now do. Yep, bait's just not. And you know, in that other reel that I bought here recently, I need to get a rod that's going to actually fit it, you know, the right way, because the one I've got on now, the reel's really loose. I need to decide what I'm going to put it on, because like I said, the one that's on now it's got like a movement to it, and I don't like that. I don't like for the reel to be loose on the rod. It's got to be tight and fit just right. If not, then I can't use it until it does. 9 p.m. at night there. Yeah, that sounds about right. Well, I hope you had a good day and a good night. 9 p.m. at night is that'd be almost my bedtime, but I'm getting old. No offense to anybody, but I'm 45 years old, and 9 o'clock at night anymore is my bedtime. I'm not gonna lie. When I'm not working. When I'm not working, 9 o'clock at night is definitely my bedtime. My wife likes to stay up and watch movies. But man, I cannot stay up and watch movies till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning anymore. I mean, I'm old. She's a year older than I am, but I always aggravate her, tell her I can't do it because I'm old. And then I end up doing it anyway. And then I'll complain about not getting enough sleep because I stayed up and watched movies. Which I try to keep her happy. I'm not the best, but she doesn't mind when I go fishing either, though. In fact, when she's cleaning she doesn't like me to be home when she's cleaning. You know, she's cleaning the house, moving stuff around, stuff like that. She doesn't like for me to be home because I get in the way. So the best time for me to go fishing is when she's cleaning. she says, I'm going to clean the house today, I say, okay, I'm going to go fishing. And there's no argument. There's no nothing. It's like, you go ahead. I'm like, okay, I'm going. And that's what I do. I mean, there may be times where one of these days as we get older that she won't let me, but as of right now, I don't have, she's never had a problem with it. That I can remember. I mean, no, she's never had a problem with it. Nine o'clock at night. And yeah, that's definitely my bedtime. Well, I hope you've had a good day and a good night and all that good stuff. Like I said, I'd like to catch one more fish before I go home tonight or today. But I don't know if that's going to happen or not. We're going to try, at least for a little bit longer. Like I said, you make 100 casts sometimes trying to catch one fish, and after a while your back starts hurting, neck starts hurting. Appreciate the likes, y'all. Appreciate the follows. Let's see where we at here. We're at 4,021 or 4,201 views for today, and 20 new followers. I appreciate each and every one of us, or one of you. There's a fish. Did it? Oh, he got off. I was running my mouth. It was a hard thump, a really hard thump. I know I didn't hit anything because it pulled back. Dang it. That was really hard. Maybe I'll do it again. Nope. Man. That sucked. That was a big fish. I know it was. If not, then it was a little fish trying to be big. But yeah, that thump, I felt it. I didn't set the hook in time, I guess, because I was looking at the screen and talking. I'm going to have to start learning how not to do that as much. I mean, I can look at the screen and talk, but I'm talking about checking the stats on the live and stuff like that. I can always do that later. There's going to be a breeze pickup, it looks like. Come on, fish. You were there just a minute ago and wanted something to eat. You thumped it. And now you don't want it. If that fish is still there, you don't want it now. It probably felt the hook. Once they feel that hook, you can forget that fish from biting for at least a week. I need to slow down. I'm fishing it too fast. Fishing it too fast. All right, let's cast out again and retrieve it a little bit slower. Doesn't even feel like the bait's working. Now I may be going too slow. Oh yeah, I was going way too slow. I don't know what I was thinking. Dear Lord, I know I couldn't feel the blade moving, and like, man, I'm going real too slow. Really, really, really too slow now. Let's move on down, because if there's a fish there, I've done scared it off. I'll just tell you, that fish is not going to bite in that spot. Go down here, maybe moved. Appreciate y'all coming in today. Appreciate the follows. Appreciate the likes. Appreciate the gifts. Be sure to check everyone out. Anybody y'all want to connect with, be sure you're always more than welcome to connect with each other. And that's how we grow and all that awesome stuff, is by connecting with one another. Thanks for the follow, appreciate it. And I think with this live, I'm pretty sure that we've hit over 5,000. Yes, we have. We've hit over 5,000 followers with this live. I appreciate each and every one of y'all coming in. Appreciate each and every one of y'all being followers and for hanging with me, even when I don't catch a fish. Let's see. We're gonna try to catch one more before we have to go home, though. We're in that dead time to where the fish just don't like to bite. Hold on. Oh, don't worry, I see you down there. And hold on. Poof, just like that, gone. Appreciate each and every one of y'all coming in, hanging out. It's been fun. It's always fun to be out catching fish. Even when you're not catching them, it's always fun to go fishing. And just be outside. Being outside. See, look, the beaver has done chewed the heck out of some trees. Well, that's the fresh ones. Move one down away from these trees, and back over to this area over here, and then we're going to fish our way back to the car, and then we will be done for today. I'm getting hungry, and well, that means it's time to go eat. Right. And anyone that does follow me, I will go and check out your content and all that good stuff. And if everything looks on the up and up, I'll follow you back. Okay, so when I follow when I follow anyone back, I look at three things. When I say on the up and up, I look at three things. I look for a profile picture. If you don't have one, I understand that not everybody can have a profile picture, and I understand all that. I look at your numbers to see, how many likes you got, how many followers you got, and stuff like that. I watch your content. I'll leave a like, a thumbs up, whatever, and then I'll follow you back. I know some people just go through and they hit the follow button and they don't do that, but I try to be careful on what I do and how I do it, because I want real people that are going to be supporting me, not people that aren't. And so far I've had a whole lot of really, really great people that have came in and supported me and watched and hung out, and I appreciate each and every one of you for being that person. But I kind of look at everything. I look everything over. I've done YouTube live streams for over a year, so I kind of not a veteran. Or I'm kind of not a newbie, I should say. I'm a newbie here on TikTok, but I'm certainly not a newbie when it comes to live streams. My fingers are getting cold again. But I always try to look And I also go back and look at everybody that was in my live as much as I possibly can. That's what I'm doing right now, actually, while I'm standing here doing nothing. Since there's 98 of us in here and ain't nobody talking. So if there's any comments, questions, suggestions, anything like that anyone would like to add to the whole thing, you're more than welcome to. As I fish down this bank, once I get to the car, it will be the end of the live. Like I said, I will go back through and check everybody's stuff out. The ones that follow me, I'll follow you back if everything looks good. It's almost like a job interview, you know, when you come to TikTok and somebody's looking at your profile. That's the way it should be, actually. You know, you should be almost interviewing their profile for a job. Like if you were to look at my profile, you're going to see there's a picture. You're going to see that I just recently posted. You're going to see that I have 4,000 something followers, 4,000 something likes, and then over 5,000 viewers or followers. I would follow something like that. I would follow it back. Now, there's some profiles I'll go into and it says that they've got 16,000 followers. They're following 500. There's no profile picture and there's no content and there's no likes. What are they following? And why do they have followers? You know, that's kind of, you know, and I'm not saying anything bad about anybody. It's just, you know, it is what it is, you know. But if you have 16,000 followers and you're following 500, no content and no likes, something's definitely wrong. I'm throwing a chatterbait. Brown and white chatterbait, 4th ounce chatterbait. We've caught 4 fish off of it today. It's a white ice swim bait with a trailing a 4th ounce chatterbait. Brown and white works fairly good here, I guess. If the sun will be shining, I have a feeling we would have done a whole lot better today. Got a monster pike on a white. That's cool. I'm glad you caught something. That's awesome. See, I don't have any pike here, man. I'd like to catch a pike one day. You know, I actually had a dream that I caught a walleye. You know, that's the weirdest dream that I had. But last night I had a dream that I caught a walleye, and I was taking the hook out, and I knew not to, which, you know, everybody knows not to put your finger in the mouth of a walleye because they have teeth. Nope. But anyway, you know, it was just a weird dream. I don't know if it was because I was ready to go fishing today that I had the dream about the walleye or what, but it was just kind of weird. But yeah. First time you ever threw one? Or first time you threw one? That's cool. Yeah, chatterbaits are fun to throw. It's just another version of a spinnerbait, really. Except the blades on the top, and you get a little bit more action with the skirt on the bottom. But yeah, it was, I don't know why I had that dream. It was like really weird. And then after you said that, walleye just came to me that I had a dream about wait a minute, did you say what? Or pike, sorry. You said the word pike, and it just brought the memory of that dream back to me for some reason. I'm in southern Illinois. I'm 8 hours south of Chicago. So I'm right on the very, very southern tip. Yeah, it's about to be done for us too. Probably by the end of this month, I would think. If not, then it's going to be done by January. So I'll get a little bit of a break before I start going again. Yeah, it's probably gotten pretty cold up there by now. Yeah, it'll be done here. Like I said, it'll be done here before long. Oh, you have snow already? Yeah, I thought you did. I know I have a friend that lives in Nova Scotia, and I think he said they had snow there. I'm not sure. And it snowed here one day, but not enough it didn't stick. It snowed and then it was gone the next hour. Excited for the next season. Yeah, I am too. Even though I still have to get through winter, I'm all ready for spring to be here. That's for sure. I'm ready for the bats to start pre-spawning, spawning, and then post-spawn, and then you fish them all year for the summer. It's going to be cold here before long too. That's a southwest wind, or actually a southeast wind now. It's a little bit cold. It's starting to pick up. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can see it blowing on the water. It wasn't like that this morning when I got here. It was nice and calm. It was chilly, yeah. I mean, it's in the 46, but it wasn't nowhere like it is now. There was no wind, so it wasn't that bad. I've caught 4 today. 4 small ones. First one was 1 pound 10 ounces. Second one was, I want to say 0.6 something. The third one didn't even weigh 3 ounces. And then the fourth one was around 6 or, well, no, it was around 8.8. So almost 1 pound. All right, man, appreciate you. Have fun at work. I'm off work today. Have fun. Oh, man. Appreciate the share. That wind has gotten a little bit chilly. Oh, missed that one. Right in that grass line once again. That grass line is what they'll get you up in that grass line and screw you up. That's how I've missed two fish today. They got me up in that grass line and just shook me off. I think I've made 100 casts today, if not more. I started about 9 o'clock. Actually, I did start at 9 o'clock. And I've been casting this rod, or the same bait, since then. I switched up a little bit to a jig, but I just didn't feel like the jig was going to work this afternoon with the wind and it being as overcast as it is. Just didn't think it was going to work. Man, oh man, I know that breeze started though, but now my fingers are cold. Man. weatherman sure got this one wrong, at least for here. Said it was going to be 56 and partly sunny. It's 48 and no sun in sight. They don't always get them right. Man, I didn't wear a coat or anything like that. I wore a long sleeve hoodie because bait's not running. Don't feel the chatter now it is. So it was a little bit chilly. Most of the time I don't get that cold. It's just my hands start getting cold. Appreciate the likes, appreciate the follows, appreciate the shares, the gifts, the comments, the advice. I'd like to catch one more for today, but I don't know, chances are getting kind of slim. Appreciate the follows. Yeah, like I said, I'll go back and I'll follow everyone that followed me after I check your stuff out. Your to tell you the truth, your profile and your stuff like that should always look like you want somebody to look at it as a job interview. You want them to connect with you, so you want it to be real. You always want, see, like mine, if you were to look at my profile, which I'd say use mine as an example, and if I had 0 likes, 4,930, or okay, let me restart that. If I had 4,932 followers and I'm following 1,600, but I have no likes, what am I following? And why do I have followers? Something doesn't add up. So, I mean, it could be a real person, and if it is, you definitely want to get content up and a profile picture and stuff like that, because I'm not going to follow you back. Number one, if you've got stuff like that, not to be hateful or anything like that, but I'm just not going to, because it doesn't look right. Number two, if you have 0 likes, 0 followers, and 0 following, and no profile picture and no name, I'm not going to touch it either. I've had to go through 4,000 people before and remove I don't know how many freaking bots. I was like, man, I'll never have that. I'll never do that again. So now I'm very careful in what I do. Bobby, man, what's up? Yeah, we caught 4 today. 4 small ones. We're doing all right. Four small ones on chatterbait today, and I missed 3. But we won't talk about those that much. Yep, bass. We're catching largemouth bass today, or at least trying to. I caught 4. The first one was a pound 10 ounces. The second one was, if I remember right, the second one was 0.6 ounces. The third one, I remember that one, it was 0.2 ounces. 2.8 actually. It was almost 3 ounces. And then the fourth one was 0.8. So a lot of small ones. Yeah, I was like that for a long time. I try bass and they never bite. And I almost quit doing it. What's up from Oklahoma? Gerald, how's it going? Yeah, I've tried. To tell you the truth, if a good bait that covers water for a beginner, I won't use it anymore because I'm burnt out on it. It's going to be a spinner bait. Get a spinner bait. You can either retrieve it fast, you can retrieve it slow, you can retrieve it, however you want. And it's going, it's a good bait to use. If you want to put a trailer on the end of it, get you a swim bait trailer and put it on the end of it. I did the Texas rig and everything. What bait are you using? Listen, because I fish Texas rig all year long. All summer long, and I catch fish every time I come out. Appreciate the follow. So yeah, I don't know. What colors are you using? What's your weight? What's the structure you're fishing, if any? Are you fishing a grass line? Are you fishing a drop off? Rocks? What's the bottom look like? Can you tell by just fishing it if it's a soft bottom or a hard bottom? Stuff like that. That's going to help you out. I know it sounds like a lot of work, and it is. I'm not going to lie. Once you dial in and figure all that stuff out and get all that stuff down, you find your structure, you find your grass line, you find whether it's a soft bottom or a hard bottom, and you'll be able to tell by the way the bait hits it and the way it feels when you're retrieving it. And that's how you're going to figure it out. The black one with blue sparkles and the green with... What's your water clarity? Is it clear? Like, see, this water right here is clear right now. Is it kind of dingy or dirty? So you can literally see my bait swimming through there. Where's my bait at? Well, where's it at? Well, right now you can't, but I had it covered up. You have to look at all that stuff. And if that don't work, get on Google and start Googling stuff, and it's gonna teach you. Clear water, you want your bright, you want white, green, brown. What's up? User 936-85799-5517. What's up? It's darker the further it goes down. Darker. Okay, so this one's darker the further it goes down too. So you see the bank, you see it right here, and then it drops off, and you see a grass line here. You see a grass line here, a grass patch over here, and here. You can really see it right now because it's clear. And then there's another one right here. This water turns dark later on in the summer, and you can't see that stuff. So you want to use, for dark color, I wouldn't use black and blue. I mean, black and blue is a good go-to bait, yes. But if it's a clear water here, it's a clear water there. It's cleared here as well as here. This pond actually is not shallow. This pond is actually measured at 42 foot deep. I'm on the shallow end right now, yes. But this pond is 42 foot deep. And with this pond, it comes out. Let's see if I can do it. It bows in. Oh shit, I can't do it like that. Hold on. Do this. With this pond, it comes out like this. Comes out, and then this pond's in a U shape or a V shape, and it's registered at 42 foot deep. Leon Buck 341, how's it going, man? Appreciate you. Are you okay? See, that's one of those those profiles I was talking about earlier too. It's like 36 followers, 22. But you have a profile picture, so I would connect with that one, and I went ahead and did right then. So I'm following you now. The only thing, I would get at least a video up so that someone knows that you're not a bot or anything like that. I'd put some kind of content up, because if not, you're not going to get a whole lot of followers. It's darker the further it goes out. Yeah, I would, if it's this clear right here and you see it's darker, I would still stay with the bright colors, because it's still dark. It's still clear out here. Just because you don't see that it's clear, it's still clear. So yeah, light colors in bright water, or let me rephrase that: light colors in clear water, dark colors in dark or dirty water. And I've done a lot of research, a lot of studying. Believe me, over the past 12 years, it's a lot to have to kind of remember and think about. And sometimes I have to go back and look at it again. White and green spinner. So are you retrieving it at a fast speed? Are you retrieving it at a slow speed? Or are you retrieving it at a medium speed? I don't mean like burning it through the water. I mean like, are you letting it fall? Are you letting it sit? Are you casting it around trees, structures, rocks, tree limbs, grass? You said the grass line already, didn't you? Looks like this junk. Medium speed. So, how deep is the water? Did you tell me already? No, it ain't warmed up any. A few degrees. Like, it was 45 when I got out here, and now it's 48, maybe 50. Okay. If you're using a trailer, like I am right now, I'll show you real quick. Come down. All right. I can show you this, the same thing. Hold on, I'll tell you here in a second. Medium, I can retrieve that however I want with the trailer. What's up, Tracy? How's it going? What have I caught? The first bass was 1 pound 10 ounces. The second bass was 0.6. The third one got away. The fourth one was give me a minute. 0.28, which is really small. The other one got away, and then the fourth one that I've caught today was 0.8. Good, Tracy. I'm glad you're doing good. So yeah, I've caught for nothing like I caught last time. I fished 5.5 hours last time. I caught 6 pound bass. So the water's changing. The fish have went down deeper, and it's insane. I would maybe speed it up a little bit or slow it down even more, let it bump the bottom. I don't know what your weather temperature is right now, but I'm barely turning mine, and I'm letting it bump the bottom, and that's how I've been catching all my fish today. Just turning it just enough to work the tail and work the blade. That's as fast as I'm turning that jig or that reel. I'm not turning it any faster than what I need to. It's damn near not turning it at all. It's just a slow, watch me hook a freaking big bass with me holding it this way. Slow retrieve just like this is what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything faster than that. And they've been eating it. How long have I been here? Since 9. I'm actually working my way back to the car. I almost quit it at 11. But I went ahead and restarted and done one more for an hour. Oh, actually almost 2 hours now. Hour and a half. So this live's been an hour and a half and the other one was 2. So I've been here since 9. Or a little after. But I ran my mouth a lot too, so sometimes I'd stop and explain what I'm doing and run my mouth, so you have to count those into the time frames also. And complained about my fingers being cold. I'm surprised my wife ain't called yet. Sacramento, what's up? How's it going? How you doing? We're trying to catch fish number 5 before I go home. Appreciate the follows. Yeah, we're trying to catch fish number 5 before I go home. May not happen. And like I said, the grass line is still there. Even though the water's still cold, that grass line's not completely died out all the way yet. Which kind of sucks too. There's a turtle. Let's see, where's he at? Right there. Can't really see. I can't see him in through the phone, but he's there. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. But yeah, there's a little snapping turtle out there. He's trying to warm up. Get him a good breath of air and warm back up before he goes back under the water. Whew. Yep, there he went. I knew he would as soon as he seen me. But yeah, it's gotten a little, with that wind, it's gotten a little chilly. Man. You see no, this isn't a new reel, no. This is actually, I've had this reel for 2 years. And I've just never used it. Nope, this is not. My new reel is in the car. It's has a jig tied onto it right now. I was going to jig, throw a jig for a while, and I changed my mind because it's just too overcast for a jig today for me. I want something that's going to make at least a little bit of a flash, but no, this reel's not new. I bought this Quantum 2 years ago, and it sat in the closet on the shelf for 2 years. And I finally got it out this year. Because, I use my Alba Garcia Black Max combo so much. And then my Luz Speed Stick combo that I've got, or Speed Spool combo, I use both of those so much that the other rod and reels that I have, I don't ever even get out. I have a brand new Shimano Open Face Mini, I think it's a 1000 something, sitting in the house on the shelf. Will probably not be used for a long time. So then I have Ozark baitcaster reel. It's junk, but sometimes you get a good cheap one, sometimes you won't. But yeah, all my expensive rod and reels I've pretty much got in the put up for now till next year. This rod cost like $20, and I think this reel was probably around the same, probably about $30, and that was it. Where the other ones are $55 and $75 and $85 and stuff like that. But yeah, this time of year I really don't get them out. Well, we've caught 4 fish today. We've done all right. I've done a lot of talking, a lot of playing more than anything. But at the same time, practice makes perfect. Practice while it's cold. Be ready when it's hot. I like to catch, at least one more, because we're going to be ending here shortly. Tomorrow I won't be going live tomorrow. If I do, it'll be in the afternoon, because I've got some stuff I've got to get done. We're having Thanksgiving dinner at my house like 5 days late, or whatever it is, tomorrow, because me and my wife both work. What am I catching? I'm catching largemouth bass, or at least trying to. I've caught 4 today. I'm trying to catch number 5 before I go home, but it just may not happen. Feels like that southeast wind is kind of cooled off a little bit, and it's going to cool the water down even more. But yeah, we're going to do the whole Thanksgiving thing today, and then I have stuff I have to get done tomorrow. Actually, I guess I could run by and pay my rent before I go home today, and then that's one thing less I have to do tomorrow. Appreciate the follow. Yeah, it's almost 1:30. My wife works midnights, so I can fish all day, and she'd never say a word until like 5-6 o'clock when she wakes up and sees that I'm still not there. Then she'll call me and want to know where I'm at, or she'll ask me if I'm still fishing, and I have to tell her yeah. Plus my battery charger, it just seems not charging, because I guess it charged my phone, and then now the battery charger's doing itself. But I've been out here for a good while, so that's understandable. Alright, we'll fish back to the car, and then that'll be it for today. If I get a chance, I'll go live tomorrow, but I'm going to see what the weather's going to be like first. It's supposed to rain, but it was also supposed to be sunny and 56 out here today. So just have to wait and see what happens. Appreciate the likes, appreciate the follows. We have had 6,995 views today. We've had 30 new followers. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming in, hanging out, listening to me ramble on, and watching me catch a fish when I did. They've been few and far between, but it's still fun to do, and well, beats me sitting in the house. 7.5. 7.5 pounds, and I caught it right over there. I caught a 6-pound bass over here. Well, actually, it was over 6 pounds. It was 6 pounds 7 ounces. My video's in the profile. Last week. I caught it on a jig. It actually surprised me. I fished for 5.5 hours last week. Didn't get a bite for the whole 5 hours that I was out here. I fished and fished, didn't give up, and fished it. I got to a certain point, and I was explaining something to somebody on a live stream, and I went to raise my rod, and I felt the thump. I set the hook, and I watched the pole bend, and I was like, yep, it's on. And ended up catching a 6-pound or 6.7 pound bass that day. But yep, 7.5 on a KVD shallow diamond crankbait chartreuse color. So yeah, there's some big ones in this pond. There are some extremely big bass in this pond. I've had bass snap a 12-pound test line like it's nothing. Yeah. Appreciate it. Thank you. And that video of that 6-pound bass is on my profile page. It's the one where it says, I think it says, guess how big this bass is, or wait and see how big this bass is, or something like that. Yeah, that's the one where I caught the 6-pound bass. That was just last week. I was hoping to do it again today, but you know, I'll take 4 small ones too. I ain't gonna complain. I think it was a little bit warmer last year at this time too, though. I can't remember. So if it was, then that might be the reason also. All right. Well, a few more casts and then we're done for today. I've got to get home and probably run by the realtor and pay the rent and then go home. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. But yeah, hopefully we can catch some 3-4 pounders, 3 or 4, maybe 5 pounders this spring and summer too. That's what I'm hoping for. You know, just have to wait and see what happens. Or hell, maybe tomorrow if I get a chance to go live. I don't know. May get to go live tomorrow. Just have to wait and see what all's going on. And if I do, then watch for me. If I don't, then I'll be live. If it's not freezing freaking cold or raining or windy. If it's real windy and causes it to be cold, I won't be going fishing next weekend either. But I'll try to go live tomorrow, depending on what I've got going on. If it's too cold and raining, then of course I'm not going to be out here. I'm not going to catch pneumonia. But Saturday and Sunday I'm off this coming week. If it's nice out, I'll come out. If it's nice, or if it's not, then of course, you know, I may just go live from the house and y'all can come up on the panel, hang out for a little bit, because once winter really does hit, that's the only way I'm going to be able to keep my stuff active, really, is to start doing live streams from the house until spring hits again and we're able to do some fishing. Appreciate the follows, appreciate the likes. Like I said, I literally work in that building damn near 5 days a week. Sometimes it's 3 days, like this week. It's Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then I'm off Saturday and Sunday. Go back to work Monday and Tuesday. I'm off Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday and Sunday I work all week. So every other weekend. But yeah, as always, it's always fun to come out and fish, whether you catch anything or not. We actually caught fish today and the last time. I've only skunked twice. I've only skunked twice this year. So I can't really say anything bad about it. Oop, don't want to break that. I'll break it and I'll be a little bit aggravated. Yep, you have a good one also. I'm getting ready to probably go pay rent and go home, sit and do nothing for the rest of the afternoon. Watch TV. Unless my wife has something she wants me to do. But y'all have a good one. God bless. Be safe. I'm getting ready to get in the car and go home. I may see y'all tomorrow. I may not. Be looking for me. I'm out. Bye-bye.